This time, on the season finale of Highway Thru Hell, a logging truck
It's winking at me,
700 feet down
saying, come get me.
becomes Al's steepest mountain recovery. A fiery crash has heavy rescue
Keep going.
battling to clear the canyon. And as winter wraps, Jamie cranks it up for next season. On the Highway Thru Hell, the last line of defense is a heavy rescue team ready to tackle any disaster. Because closure is not an option.
How's Coca-Cola?
In Hope, British Columbia,
I just come down. It's beautiful.
the Cascade Mountain peaks emerge from the snowpack.
You got a good ride all the way up, mate?
Nice dry road.
It's a relief for drivers after months of winter. 80 miles north of Hope,
Someone said a cup went off the mountain.
Al Quiring
The guy with the green record.
and Gord Boyd climb a mountain road to their next job.
We're heading up to go and recover a logging truck and trailer that's gone over the steep cliff and with a load of logs. It's a tough country. 10 feet off the road can sometimes mean 300, 400 feet down.
This isn't the first time the Quiring family has gone to battle on these high switchbacks. Nearly 50 years ago, Al's grandfather tackled a logging truck in the same mountain pass.
I guess it spawned a little fire in my heart, and I had to have a logging truck myself. My grandpa had quite a legacy in heavy towing. I don't want to let my family down. The risk factor, I'd say 9.5 out of 10. The terrain is very, very steep and very rocky. Hopefully it'll be a safe day.
Long ways down. Oh boy. This is gonna be one for the books.
The driver was standing outside the logging truck when the parking brakes failed and the rig began to roll. It plunged over the cliff, tumbling to a stop 700 feet below.
This is the biggest job of my career for going down the bank. Every towman wants to catch a big fish, and this is a whopper.
Al's brought in a team of rock scalers
These guys are our level 1 first aid.
to help with the high-angle recovery.
Some of the biggest dangers, obviously, is the falling debris, which could include falling wreckers. Nobody below anything when we're pulling. Okay? Sounds good. Let the games begin.
The logging truck is so far down,
We're beyond the reach of our winch lines.
Al and Gord
We're gonna be doing some highline fishing.
need to shackle every inch of extra cable together
Gordy's gonna be the main prime puller.
to try and link Gord's truck to the wreck.
We'll use all of this and then some.
And hopefully we got enough. We're not gonna know till we start hooking stuff together. You guys can go ahead.
Okay.
Probably better to the left a little bit.
The scalers start the 700-foot descent.
I think it drops off on us here pretty good.
While up top, Gord stands by to winch.
I'm not stupid. I'm not going down a 700-foot cliff. That's just not happening.
You can see the blinker, it's winking at me, saying, come get me.
But the only person Al trusts with the rigging
It's coming down.
is Al himself.
I want to be the guy at the end of that winch line that's attached it.
Watch yourself.
And the only way to do that is boots on the ground and down the hill.
Al is a special kind of crazy. We've already got all the chokers over the bank.
As the cables snake down the slope
We're now running on my winch line.
through the path of lost logs, it's another hazard for Al and his crew below.
They're 4,000-pound missiles on a sheer cliff. You're in a real danger zone. Let's look out below.
Can you hear Al? Negative, don't hear anything. Hey, we can't hear him either. He's yelling something.
Darwin! Log! Log!
"30 miles south,
Yeah, big accident.
in the Fraser Canyon,
It's a complete no-go. Everything being turned around.
Scott Berg is on his way to an urgent call on Highway 1.
We will see what we got when we get there. It's always a surprise, like Christmas morning every time the phone rings.
I brought Scott back because I needed to know that I had a guy who was solid, he could get the job done. He'll do it. I can rely on that.
What's going on here? The tires ain't moving, or?
Oh. It's right upside down.
A roll-off truck hauling empty bins lay in pieces. The rig lost control, hit a power pole, then broke apart and caught on fire. Another trucker, still on scene, pulled the driver from the wreck.
And he was still in the cab with the flames going. And then I got him out.
He didn't think about the hazards of going in to rescue him. It's just human nature to run in and do it, but he probably saved his life.
Lucky.
What did say that guy was wet?
The wreck is too much for Scott alone.
Everything is all detached all over the place.
Not open yet. I'm sitting here.
In hope, company boss Jamie Davis leaves his yard to help Scott get the highway open.
The canyon's shut right down. So the quicker we get it done, the better it is. I'm just happy to get out of the office. I'll have a good day no matter what happens.
It's gonna be a while.
Yeah, she's the waiting game.
On a forest road 30 miles north,
Darwin!
Can you hear Al? Negative, don't hear anything.
a load of logs scattered on a slope
Darwin!
Hey, we can't hear him either. He's yelling something.
Log! Log!
threaten Al's team. 700 feet below,
That's the part that was really scary to me. You don't want to have it. Somebody get pinned or thumped.
the runaway log is a reminder
We're almost there.
Al needs to work fast and get everyone out of the line of fire. When he reaches the wreck,
This guy's gonna get towed away.
Al decides the trailer will be first up the bank, and he has just enough line to do it.
When it went off the edge, somehow this trailer must have pole vaulted and landed down.
The trailer is pinned down by logs.
Cut that log that you're holding into smaller pieces.
And Al uses his chop saw on the trailer's metal frame.
That should be enough.
Now he's crossing his fingers. The trailer won't get hung up on anything
We get up over on this side here.
as it's pulled up to the road.
Back up, boys. If it doesn't want to clay nice and come out in pieces, then we're gonna be in for a real pull. So hopefully just the trailer's gonna break out. Spades down, boom up.
Talk to me. How do we down there?
We're just starting to break it apart here now. Pulled the trailer apart and the truck moved a little bit. Come on, sweetheart. And somehow underneath, looked like smoke, didn't it? The battery box was shorting out. Yeah, we got a fire going here. All right. Yeah, we got a fire. We need a fire extinguisher down here.
On a mountain road north of Hope, BC,
Looked like a blue smoke, didn't it? Yeah, we got a fire.
a logging truck has caught fire
Tell them we need a fire extinguisher down here.
during Al's extreme recovery.
We got water? No. Tell them to hurry.
No one was on board when the truck's brakes failed and it plunged into the chasm.
700 feet down this god-awful cliff. Unfortunately, the fire extinguisher was up the bank.
Getting a lot bigger.
Talk to me. What's going on down there?
ETA on that fire extinguisher. We're getting pretty big flames here.
Fire extinguisher's on the way down.
The fire's burning within proximity of 300 gallons of diesel fuel. We throw some gravel in there? Yeah. We had the bucket brigade going to get some sand on it. It's our best hope.
When the extinguisher finally arrives at the wreck,
Get her?
the sand and gravel has the fire nearly out.
What about back here?
Yeah, I think we got it out.
Okay.
We were very lucky. Next time I'll make sure to check that list off before we go down the hill. Okay, let's clear out here.
Now Gord will try once again to winch the trailer up the 700-foot slope.
You've got trees, you've got rocks, you've got logs.
Okay, pull her up there, Gordon.
I'm relying on Al over the radio.
Yeah, keep going. You're good.
To tell me when to pull and when to stop.
It's just busting loose here.
You're literally working blind.
It's just a tire. Keep going.
Okay.
Watch out. Back up, boys.
The slightest tug from down below, you can feel it.
Okay, keep going.
But you can only feel so much.
We're just stationary. Back off on it a little bit.
I am standing by.
Okay, don't do anything.
Okay.
The trailer is hung up and refuses to flop onto its wheels.
It's gonna roll. It's a lot easier on its tires. Get a timber 8 feet and just kind of lay it against into the top bunk.
But Al comes up with a plan.
We gotta prop a log up against the trailer so we can pole vault it onto its wheels.
Okay.
Get a log lodged in there that it can pivot on. And then bring her around over here. Yeah, right there. Oh.
An old-fashioned pole vault.
Hopefully it'll spring onto its wheels. Rip that baby right out of there. Okay, Gord, tickle it up.
She's starting to tighten up.
Yeah, we're moving.
And then all of a sudden, bang. It sprung. That's nice. That is nice. Flipped onto its wheels. Pretty awesome.
We're 10-4, Gord. Take her home.
Alrighty.
The log trailer will now make the slow and steady climb.
Pull on her some more.
See the light at the end of the tunnel.
As Al returns to the top,
Don't stop until you're on the slope there.
the trailer finally reaches the road.
Sometimes a good chunk of jack pine is all you need to solve your problems. He's on the road.
But down below, the tractor may be too heavy to drag up the mountain.
Gordy's gonna clear the scene, and then we're gonna rig for the truck. It's gonna be a little bit more extravagant.
What's the hold up here?
In the Fraser Canyon,
Road's closed, I yell.
Jamie arrives at the crash site on Highway 1.
They're lined up pretty good, eh?
Wow.
A crashed bin truck and trailer have kept the Canyon Highway closed for the last 3 hours.
Quite the deal. We've got this truck totally wiped out, facing the wrong way, and it's on its side. This is a major crash.
Earlier today, the truck hit a power pole and broke apart. The driver was rescued from the flaming cab. Scott was first on site.
What's going on, buddy?
With the power lines out of the way, Jamie and Scott will team up to clear the multi-piece wreck.
Okay, I'm gonna go past the wreck, turn around, I'll do the back end. You can do the front end, just put a line on it, low pull.
This winter, Scott's been Jamie's steady hand and most trusted operator.
Scott and I, we're a team. We're gonna make it happen.
With Jamie winching from his classic 16-ton Army truck, and Scott using one of Jamie's top-of-the-line 50-ton wreckers, they'll work together to flip the tractor.
You ready, Jim?
Pretty smashed up, that cab. I'm worried about this hood. It's so damaged, it's like a piece of fiberglass in a slingshot and letting it go. Okay. When you flip that truck over and it comes crashing down, you never know what parts are gonna fly off it.
Anybody know if Highway 1 still closed there?
On the Fraser Canyon Highway, near Saddle Rock Tunnel,
Yeah, it'll be closed for quite a while.
Jamie and Scott
You ready, Jim?
work fast to reopen the Trans-Canada Highway.
Let's go right through there.
Make it go a little bit long, though.
They have to flip a heavily damaged tractor.
I'm worried about this hood. It's like a piece of fiberglass in a slingshot and letting it go. It could end up flying apart and hurt somebody.
It's gonna happen right in a second. You're gonna have the glory, Jim. Take her away.
But when she hit hard. The hood held on. That's great. Let's get this wreck out of here.
As Scott moves the tractor down the road,
We're gonna put this container over next.
Jamie sets his sights on a piece of the wreck still blocking the highway.
Run the other one up, and we'll drag it across.
A 2,000-pound cargo bin.
Priority one is get the road open.
Oh, yeah. Oh, baby.
It looks like they could be opening Highway 1. Beautiful.
Jamie's old-school wrecker drags the steel bin out of the way.
The Army truck is a nice old machine and does the job.
We're gonna open alternating.
5 hours after the driver was pulled from the crash,
Okay, bud, drive safe and be careful, eh?
Yeah, you betcha.
the trucker who rescued him is first down the canyon highway.
He's the hero here. He saved his life.
And traffic's a-moving.
Jamie, David, thank you.
With the highway cleared,
There you go.
Scott and Gord will tow the tractor back to Hope,
We'll worry about that other stuff later.
then come back and deal with what's left in the ditch.
There's a chance we could get it out of there. Let's have a look at it.
But Jamie has other ideas.
If I wanted to be a real show-off, I'd get that thing out of the ditch before he got back.
The boss is tempted to tackle the flip trailer by himself.
That's a big, big recovery. Oh. I might just throw a line on it for fun, see if we can do it before Scotty gets back. I'm kind of being a little bit of a bugger, and I'm going to steal the glory just to give him a little hard time. No matter what happens, it has to come over.
Jamie is gambling his old army truck will come through one more time.
A bit of a pull here. It's a little more than I should be doing. That thing's jammed in there.
To the north,
It's a long way down.
Al and Gord brace themselves for the next piece of the logging truck. 700 feet below.
That canyon just keeps going down into like Sasquatch country.
This is probably the toughest job we will ever do.
It's a long ways down into those trees. So you gotta watch your step.
At the crash site, the truck's tractor is still weighed down by massive logs.
The truck was probably 30,000, 35,000 pounds. Let's give her a cut and let's get pulling.
Al's crew carves away at the timber
I'll make this go in there a little bit further.
to give Gord's wrecker a chance up top.
How you guys making out down here?
We're all clear at the bottom here. Okay, we're ready.
Okay, start the pull.
It's about to get heavy. Truck whisper to it. Woo, doggy!
Yeah, keep pulling.
But 700 feet up,
Got my nose coming up.
Gord's 50-ton wrecker is maxed out.
Why am I putting 100,000 pounds of pull to that thing?
Oh, are you pulling? Pull. I'm pulling.
It is not coming.
The last thing you want to see is this great big green thing tumbling down. on top of you.
Cable snapping around him.
There's something we gotta do.
On a mountain road,
Got my nose coming up.
Gord Boyd is in a losing battle with 30,000 pounds of mangled truck.
I am putting 100,000 pounds of pull to that thing.
Oh, are you pulling? I'm pulling.
It is not coming.
Al Quiring is 700 feet below beside the wreck.
It was just Gordy hooked to it. His truck was starting to lift.
I think we're gonna need help on this one.
He needed more power. Yeah, I'm gonna start heading back up the hill to get it to pop out.
Al has to add his record to the fight. Using his side puller and back winch, Al will add an extra 50 tons of pulling power to help Gord winch the tractor up the 60-degree slope.
Wind up with both, Gord.
With Al and Gord working together,
Yeah, you're picking the frame up now.
the wreck finally starts to roll. But it has to get past hundreds of feet of logs and trees.
Can we just keep pulling or what?
Sure, you might get tight on you though.
The weight of our two wreckers far outweigh that truck.
She's not coming up quick, but she's coming up.
The more we pulled up the hill, the lighter it got. Just kept shredding to pieces.
Top log moves on the frame, I think he's going.
Copy.
But as the tractor inches up the bank,
Still a ways down there.
Al's goal to be out before dark is slipping away.
You don't want to be working in the dark. Hopefully we get this thing out of here before nightfall.
On the Fraser Canyon Highway, Jamie and his army truck try to flip a 14,000-pound trailer and cargo bin. Scott's at the yard, dropping off the tractor. So the boss attempts the recovery alone.
Bit of a pull here. Wow.
Jamie and his old-school wrecker
So that's halfway home.
get it done.
Scooping Scotty is as much fun as an old guy can have.
But the boss knows when to call it quits.
I don't think we should try to do any more with this because I just know better, you know? You just know. And I really enjoyed getting out of the office today. I like this old army truck, just plain and simple. I'm out of here.
Heading back to flip the trailer,
When I get back up there, we're gonna finish it off.
Scott's in for a surprise.
Well, they flipped my trailer over, the rotten son of a gun.
He beat you on another one, Scott.
That bastard.
He'd rather be in the ditch, swimming in diesel and mud just like I would, right? That's all right by me because I know that as he's doing that, he's got a good laugh going on.
This thing should be pretty fun to tow.
It's ugly.
Scott and Gord mop up the last piece of the wreck.
Love it when a plan comes together. We're just gonna chain her down and get the hell out of here. Hopefully Jamie's got that fire cooking.
Scotty's done this a long time. He understands the game and he plays it well.
What is it, good. Every time I leave, I
It's a
come
game.
back and you got my trailer
It's a
split.
game. It's a game. It's getting to be like the old days again.
Flip it over and leave it to
After
you on the
you,
side of
Jim.
the...
And I'm starting to have fun.
No, after you.
In the hills north of Hope,
Let us back it off here a bit.
Al's deadline on the logging truck wreck has come and gone.
We're out of light.
You pull up on it.
But with the tractor still crawling up the bank, Al and Gord press on.
One of the golden rules is be out of danger before nightfall. All kinds of things to be worried about.
There it is.
Okay, let's go, Gordy. Give her both there, Gordy.
As the tractor climbs the steepest section,
Easy, easy.
the risk goes up.
We're pulling off the side of the truck, getting off the end of the boom, so I'm kind of in a very dangerous spot. You don't want to have a cable snap back.
On the side of a 700-foot slope,
There it is. Nice. Come to Papa.
Al and Gord fight to pull the final piece of the logging truck up to the road.
Tow trucks at the top are starting to really load up.
Move up with it, Gord.
Just like the video game when you're blasting away at that big giant and you see him starting to wobble.
Whoa, Gord, whoa!
That's good. Good, good. A couple more good punches, and you're on your way.
Well, no wonder it was so heavy. It still had logs on it. That was a tough one.
We came to the party, and we conquered it. And that was the best part.
Mission accomplished.
47 years after Al's grandfather recovered a wreck in the same rugged country.
One like my grandpa did, but a little bit bigger. So.
It's another historic moment for Quiring Towing.
What a ride that must have been. Hopefully, this job would make my grandpa proud. The only guys that can pull it out is Quirings. But this winter, we've had a few for the record books. Way more weight, way larger objects, way bigger challenges.
That's a big-ass truck.
If you don't push yourself, you're never going to find out how good you are.
Wind her up. We're gonna rip this tractor out of here.
He does not accept defeat on any job.
Whatever the call is, we handle it. No, I told you we got her. Very high risk here, very high risk. There are critical times when decisions have to be made.
Take your brakes off your trailer!
Ben Gordy, he can handle that.
Here we go, once more into the breach. We're given a responsibility. Do whatever it takes to keep the highway open. We take that responsibility very seriously.
As the last days of winter melt away,
Oh, the Coke is beautiful, man.
an unexpected call has Mission Towing's Nick DePerrin heading up Highway 5.
It might be nice and sunny, but the temperature in the air is still a little bit cold, which causes black ice and slippery sections on the highway.
Here's Max it up at the top of the Coke.
We received a call that they have a jackknife tractor trailer.
Whoa. Ay, ay, ay.
The rig hit a patch of black ice, jackknifed, and clipped a power pole.
The driver's very lucky the lines didn't come down on top of his truck. Oh, it got the pole there. Yikes. Is that axle ripped right out of it? Holy. The pole ripped the front axle out of this thing, so it's not gonna be an easy hook up and go. We want to clear the highway as quickly as possible.
To get the wreck off the road, Nick's called in heavy operator Neil Wakefield.
Wow. Here, the front axle is ripped right out of it.
Oh.
This one, the whole front end is torn apart, so it's an ugly one.
Nick and Neil will pull on opposite ends of the wreck.
Because this thing's jackknifed, we can't just hook onto the front of it and tow it away. We're gonna have to straighten this thing out. He's gonna start pulling, Neil.
Hopefully it comes without too much trouble,
Ready?
because it's stuck in there pretty good.
Beautiful, Neil.
Beautiful.
We've got this thing chained up. 2 minutes! And it's time to get it off the highway.
In less than 30 minutes, Nick and his crew have the lane open.
Yeah!
So how's the coke, boys? Perfect both ways.
Two hours later, back at the mission yard, Nick checks in with the man who pulled him back into the world of heavy rescue.
What's up, dude?
What's happening, brother?
Oh, you know.
Big brother Jordy.
It's great to have Nick back because it's pressure off of my shoulders.
This year, mission towing suffered a terrible blow.
The devastating fire completely burnt our whole business down.
Dealing with the aftermath of the fire has been, it's hard.
But the family business persevered.
Knowing that there was going to be a lot of rebuilding and a lot of work to do, I came back to help my brother. This season, we did get thrown pretty much everything. No two recoveries were the same. We had jobs out of the ordinary.
Wow. Okay. Whoa, stop.
There's a lot of weather involved.
You get everybody clear?
Serious, devastating accidents.
That's crazy.
We muscled through everything that was thrown our way.
Right here.
We have a very good team.
Yeah, let's go.
And a good team standing with you is the recipe for success.
Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang. That's right.
My brother and I are 100% on our A game to move forward to rebuild this, and it's a whole new chapter in life.
The sky's the limit, and we're excited to see what's next. Now, knowing what we're up against, we're able to put this together how we want it.
Bigger, better, stronger.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
With winter winding down, Jamie is also taking stock.
Looking back over the past months, feels like things are happening, things are getting better. So I don't come into work hating coming to work. Since we shrunk things down, it's just better. I'm sleeping at night again, I'm happy again. No nonsense, way better, way better. As long as I can get Mighty Mo on the road and show you how to do the hill.
Oh.
Okay, I better go do my stuff.
But Jamie won't be satisfied this season until his final project is complete.
Today we're gonna go pick up Mighty Mo, and I'm really excited to drive it home and do the finishing touches.
For Jamie, getting Mighty Mo back on the road will mean bringing history back to life.
It's my truck, paid for. It's all period correct. It was kind of the rotator of the day, an 850 Holmes. That old truck is going to go out and do the same job if you know what you're doing. And to be able to drive that around this winter is going to be just fabulous. It's a big day for me to be able to go in and pick the truck up. Oh, it's beautiful. This is a beautiful work of art. Hey, Kelly.
What's going on?
Well, I got the parts for this.
Yeah, did you get those cones?
Yep, I got them.
Okay, good.
A lot of love and energy went into this thing to make it the way it is. Okay, partner, I'll go get some fuel and hopefully I make it back. I hope I don't have to get towed home. It's a big day for me to be able to go in and pick the truck up. Oh, it's beautiful. I'll go get some fuel and hopefully I make it back. I hope I don't have to get towed home. Yeah. First time in 12 years this truck's been on the road. In grade 6, one of these big 850s drove by me, and I knew at that point I was going to be a big wrecker guy. It's old school, and so am I. Now, if that ain't a hot rod, I don't know what is. Sure, man, that thing is cool. This is a cool honking truck. Ah! Gives me my mojo back.
It's a moment of triumph after a challenging season for Jamie Davis.
A few years ago, we went to Alberta, and it seemed like the sky was the limit. We were adding trucks, hiring guys, and growing at an out-of-control pace. I could have never predicted that things would start to collapse and the oil field would be almost shut down.
Jamie's strategy to downsize began with selling his prized rotator.
Good luck with it. It's going to be a great truck for you.
Then,
been cleaning up and organizing.
Retooling his operation in BC. Jamie also took a chance and hired back a heavy rescue veteran.
I brought Scott back because I needed quality.
Now we're cooking the bacon fat, son.
His personality is, rough around the edges.
Before you do anything, check with the scene coordinator.
But you go to do battle, you need to know you got a warrior by your side.
Stars, buddy.
You're my hero this week. And he was kind of the glue to the team.
Pull, little mambo, pull!
He's been a real pillar this season.
Yeah, showing you how it's done, son. Showing you how it's done.
Jamie's got his whole fleet up here.
But this winter, Jamie had to say goodbye to a key member of his team.
I got a position with another company.
Wow. Colin, he's a self-contained towing army.
Decent, Johnny, decent. Well, we're just gonna put the sunroof back on.
I miss him because he was a very good worker and he did the job.
Just another day at the tow yard.
With Colin's departure, Jamie's Alberta operation soon followed.
Bottom line is, you can only lose for so long. I think what it did, though, is it taught me that less is more.
Rebuilding for the future, back in hope, life for Jamie has come full circle.
Oh my God.
Try. Look, see that? First time ever, and I'm doing wheelies.
Daddy, you're home.
Mo's home.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's home. I can't wait to take Mighty Mo out next winter and do some recoveries in the snow. I don't know what next winter's gonna bring for us, but we've got the crew, we've got the gear, and we're ready for whatever's gonna come our way. This is gonna be cool. Bring it on, I'm here.
This time on Highway Thru Hell.
Holy!
A violent wreck.
It's minus cold.
Tests the new arrivals in Alberta.
Get over!
Back in BC, massive carnage.
There you go.
Chokes off 2 highways.
See what we can do.
Keep it going.
And a pair of lone wolves
Hang on a sec, help.
have to pull off the impossible.
That is nasty.
On the Highway Thru Hell, the last line of defense is a heavy rescue team ready to tackle any disaster, because closure is not an option. It's the 5th straight week of sub-zero weather in northern Alberta.
Both go down to minus 20, so.
The deep freeze has turned Highway 831 to ice.
That's a nasty little road. Just grip on that steering wheel.
At 1:28 p.m., a semi loses control.
Call 911.
Yeah. What's gonna happen?
There's a truck in the upside down there. Can you flop it over? You betcha. Just drove it right into the ditch.
I think we lack the mission control reporting a rollover. Jamie Davis en route.
Last week, Jamie Davis brought up Heavy Rescue's powerful rotator to battle the industrial-sized wrecks that litter the highways to the oil patch.
I have to send in the muscle to make sure those jobs are getting done.
Heavy Rescue's heading to Highway 831, which feeds one of the main routes to the oil patch.
We got a tractor trailer that's rolled over.
Joining Jamie today is operator Colin McLean.
A bit of a mess. Trying to get there, take a look, see what's going on. It looks like we got a couple of pieces of pipe that have all come off the trailer.
Good day, sir. Good.
Something led the driver to catch his trailer on the shoulder and lose control.
The driver survived, but the crash sent his load of industrial pipe hurtling down the highway.
These are pipeline pipes, very, very thick, heavy. They rolled down the highway almost like rolling pins. If that would have hit a car, serious injuries would probably be the best case scenario.
Let's do a flip on the trailer and then get hooked up.
Jamie plans to do a single lane inversion.
Flipping something over in the lane that you're working in. What that does, it allows traffic to flow on the other side.
But that leaves them working up against a moving lane.
Look at the traffic here. Amazing. You have highways that are handling traffic volumes that are going to all these oil field sites. because the traffic buildup is crazy. The pressure on us to get that job done quickly is huge.
Fast, I want efficiency, let's go.
Controlling that heavy traffic is up to Jamie's stepson, Brandon, who's flagging along with Sammy.
It's minus cold.
Brandon's new to the Alberta operation and the brutal climate.
The weather's extreme. That ice and the wind mixed together.
I'm wearing these too, and I can't feel my fingers.
It's on a kind of a weird angle. Kind of in a bad spot here to flip over. Where's my glove here?
Adding to the challenge is the twist in the wreck.
That truck is wound up like a giant spring. There's energy there. That energy is something to worry about. I think I should put a low line in this thing. Let's put a couple of snatch blocks down.
Well, yeah, one for that.
Yeah, at least to pull that down. That way we're not monkeying around at all. If I start pulling this over on my end and I don't let him catch up on the back end, that trailer's gonna come down so hard, something's gonna break off, it could hurt somebody. We want that unit to come up evenly. I'm just thinking where I should be with the truck parked here, so. I think I gotta be in the other lane.
What, you think you're too close to it?
Yeah. Like where I'm at there, I'm too close. I know at that point that this is gonna flip over into the lane. So I can't have the wrecker there and flip it, it's gonna land on the wrecker.
But moving the rotator forward won't give Jamie the leverage he needs to flip the tractor.
I need to block that road for a minute. I have to move the rotator in the other lane, there's just no other room.
Let the last traffic go and then unblock the whole thing for a bit.
Brandon, shut everything. I'm shutting it down.
1-4, back up.
Get down the floor, good buddy.
I'm gonna go ahead if you can grab the cable.
Yeah, you get there?
The public want to move. If we're holding them up in any way, shape, or form, we better have a good reason for that. Our guarantee to the public is to open the road faster than anybody else.
Both wreckers are armed with ice cleats. After weeks of slipping problems,
I'm just sliding back and it's...
Jamie ordered custom cleats designed to dig into frozen northern roads.
I'm good if you're good.
Colin will hoist up the back end of the trailer to reduce the twist in the wreck.
We want to make sure we're not twisting it, so we're gonna wait for him to do his thing. I'm waiting for the perfect moment that he's in line with me, and then we go together. Boom. That was a hard one.
Nice. Decent, Jimmy.
Decent.
Just another day at the tow yard.
So what we're gonna do now is get the wrecker off the road right away and get the traffic open.
I'll just get off the road.
Can I send or are you gonna send?
You can send and bring me some fire for my hands too, please.
Highway is reopened.
Oh my God. I'm gonna buy some rechargeable boots, put a heater on them. You know what? That's living in style.
Right on, baby. I'm in.
Let's get the out of here.
Yeah, I'll just hook it up by the front end and get it off the road. It's always a good feeling when you've got the recovery work done, you're getting off the highway and traffic can flow again. I've succeeded here. We're really earning a reputation one job at a time.
800 miles southwest in BC. The temperature on the Coquihalla drops with the sun, and highway maintenance shifts into high gear.
Throw a little salt and grit on it.
Laying down salt and sand to keep the roads ice-free.
Extremely slippery. Not gonna be able to stop. It's slick.
Al Quiring is out patrolling the Coke, along with senior driver Gord Boyd.
Well, let's go find something else to tow.
His go-to guy, Gord Boyd, is also on the mountain.
That's from Quiring, is it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just before 10 p.m.
Major accident just south of the snow shed. 3/4 of one train. A lot of cargo all over the road.
Unbelievable. There's 4 here. 5 pieces, 4 trucks. We got the Coke outlet closed in the southbound lane. It's a big mess. It looks like something you'd see on the highway into Baghdad.
3 jackknife semis were blocking the icy Porsche overpass. A B train hauling lumbers tore right through the first and smashed into the other 2.
When things go wrong in this highway, they go wrong big.
In that corridor, there's no going into the ditch. You're between those 2 walls, and if you get out of the control and can't stop, kerpow. There's gonna be some aches and pains, I'm sure of it. The important thing is that nobody's seriously injured, which is the amazing thing.
One of the trucks is drivable.
It won't take much to get you going. I think you'll be all right to drive off the road here.
Another will get towed by a rival company.
I had my hands full. I couldn't tow everything.
But that still leaves 2 monster wrecks blocking the highway. One of them ripped in half.
The other truck just went right through our trailer.
The mixed cargo of electronics and hot sauce has exploded across the pavement. And the overnight freight runs are stuck.
Drag what we can, get it off the road, and if it doesn't cooperate, we'll go to plan B.
It's all up to Al.
Okay, I'll back up. We'll get some lights down there.
And Gord.
Well, we just want to get this out of the way.
To clear the highway.
It is a mess.
Armageddon. Who set the bomb off?
The Coke's closed. Bad accident. The road's gonna be closed for a while. Quiring is on scene.
We're gonna help get things opened up. Okay.
In BC, Al Quiring and his go-to guy Gord,
brutal,
face a massive pileup on the Porsche overpass.
Hot sauce on everything.
That shut down the southbound lanes of the Coquihalla Highway.
It is a mess.
Armageddon.
A salvage crew is en route to deal with the freight.
Got on everything.
2,000 bottles of hot sauce and a mountain of home electronics.
We're gonna get this stuff off the highway. We got a whole load of traffic backed up there.
I walked down to see the wreckage. It's unbelievable.
Al needs to haul the split semi off the highway without further damage to the load inside.
You want to get traffic flowing as soon as possible. Obviously, you want to try and do it without wrecking everything.
Just into the slow lane's fine. That way we get the fast lane going.
We'll just grab that one, Gord, and straighten it out. I think before we go banging this thing around, we should throw a belt across here.
Yeah.
And we'll stack these pallets up to hold it together.
Yep.
Have some outboard motors here going out. Put a couple pallets up, tied everything together.
Our job is to clean up messes. You use whatever you have at hand. If you don't have it at hand, make it.
There you go.
Okay, try that. Oh, take the big one, Gord. Yeah, there you go.
If their jerry-rigged wall doesn't hold, they'll be cleaning up a much bigger mess.
Good. Get it full. Hang on a sec, Al.
2 hours northwest.
I think I'm gonna do Highway 1. I don't want to get caught up there. If in doubt, go to the canyon. That's what I'm doing.
With the Coke closed, traffic surges on Highway 1. the alternate route to the coast.
There's a lot of traffic over here on Highway 1. Hammer down, and if you know the road, you can make good time.
But the twisting, narrow highway can't handle the same high speed.
18-wheeler.
At 1:23 a.m., just north of the town of Lytton,
Half his tires are touching the ground, the other half are right up in the air. She's right on her side there.
Now we got a truck rolled over. Apparently it's laying in the middle of the road, got pipe on a trailer. I'm gonna assume it's ugly.
with most of heavy rescue in Alberta, Howie Irwin tackles this job solo.
I know that he's going to be on some of these jobs trying to pull off the impossible. He's a one-man band. Hope for the best, expect the worst. Time to go. Evening.
This the biggest wrecker he's got left down here?
You betcha, buddy. It's passenger side down right now. Holy.
We come down that hill around the corner on the straight stretch and failed to make the next corner. He didn't turn. He went airborne and landed like that and then just kept coming.
The tractor, hauling a trailer load of plumbing pipe, overshot the curb, hit the hillside, and flipped onto the road.
I want to grab it right about behind that toolbox. And then at the same time, I'm going to pull down off the tractor.
With just 2 winch lines to flip the 40,000-pound rig, Howie's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, they're all coming apart.
Not only is the load heavy, the strapping is now loose. The force of the flip could send the pipes flying.
You guys got a front-end loader available?
I can make one available.
If you want to make the arrangements for the loader, then I'll get ready. I'm gonna untie the load off the bit. The load is nowhere near intact. There's no point in trying to make it stay intact. Cut it free and shovel it out of the way. That's a bingo. Last one.
Just like clockwork.
Howie can't flip the truck until Highways clears out the pipes.
I'm not going to do anything until the loader shows up. Once I go to flip it over, it's going to block this lane as well because it's going to take up 10 feet this way. So I don't want to do anything until they're ready to move.
Over on the Coke,
What's going on at Porsche Street? They got a wreck southbound.
Al's makeshift wall is holding.
Hang on a sec, now I'll pull the brakes off.
You want to steer it?
Sure.
But now that it's straight, they need to get the wreck off the highway.
Got air.
Got air?
Yeah.
Okay, release the truck and then I'll just drive ahead and you head straight for the gas signs there.
You got it.
10-4.
Okay, left the brakes off.
The back half of the trailer is also full of cargo, and it's off its wheels.
Semi-attached.
Just want to try and protect what isn't wrecked already. Try not to make the situation worse. Big Green's gonna come in and put the hook on. We're gonna get these boys rolling here as quick as we can. Keep an eye out, Gord. Just try and be conscientious about what's going on down there.
Dragging the trailer is slow work.
gonna move this crap out of the road. There we go. Oh man, that is nasty.
They've still got a second wreck to clear, and the road to the coast
Turn around, you ain't gonna get past up here anyway.
is at a standstill.
4, finally all over the road, man. Just turn around, you ain't gonna get past up here anyway.
Definitely got a big mess.
On the Porsche overpass in BC.
4, finally all over the road, man.
It's ridiculous. I've been sitting here forever.
Oh my God.
The southbound Coca-Cola has been strangled for over an hour.
Keep an eye out, Gord.
Al Quiring's using his winch line to drag the remains of a mangled trailer out of the fast lane.
Oh man, that is nasty.
Just give her a little shot of low gear here and drag it over, see if we get it over the white line.
But Al risks a little more speed.
So good.
Yeah, a little bit faster. I just dragged the carnage of the trailer behind me.
Once he clears the overpass, Al finesses the trailer onto the shoulder.
There we go. That's out of the way. So far, so good. We almost got a lane open.
Okay, let's go have a look here, see where we're at.
But there's still no traffic flowing.
We're gonna go after the lumber truck.
And they're staring down the toughest wreck of all.
That lumber is simply bundles of little sticks. If it starts to go, you're not going to stop it.
We've got some tire issues.
In the Fraser Canyon, a 2-hour drive to the north, there's also a wreck blocking the #1 highway.
Chaos.
Heavy Rescue's Howie Irwin is waiting to recover a massive rollover that spilled across Highway 1.
Here's your loader. About time. Rod, go over to channel 22 and come around to the axles.
As soon as the cargo of pipes is cleared,
I'm just gonna let these guys do their thing first.
Howie will attempt to flip the pipe truck with just 1 wrecker and 2 winch lines.
See what we can do.
One line will run from HR 66 to the heaviest part of what's left of the tractor. The other will run all the way to the back end of the B-train.
The one for the trailer was at a sharper angle because I was reaching out further for it. The more angle you put on it, the less amount of pull you can exert against it.
The second line might not have enough power to flip the rear of the trailer.
It's going to want to pull the truck sideways.
With no other wrecker, Howie finds an alternative. The loader that's clearing pipes.
Every piece of equipment that's here is useful. Might get him on the other side on that top corner. Just give it a push.
Howie wants the loader to push from the opposite side to help tip the trailer upright.
Square up to it right here. Ready to shut her down? Yeah.
The one lane still open to traffic needs to close to make room for the semi to land.
Let's hold your traffic.
Check, we're holding traffic.
Yeah.
1 is closed.
Now, both Highway 1 and the Coca-Cola are choked off. Millions of dollars in freight is stuck.
You add the traffic from the larger highway to a highway that's small. You close the small highway down, it goes from bad to worse. Let's get the highway open as quick as possible. Get it off the road.
Okay, Rod, start pushing. Nice and slow. Losing traction.
The loader can't get a grip on the icy road. Over on the Coke,
It's ugly.
southbound traffic has now been trapped for 85 minutes
Okay, I'm gonna back up through here, fellas.
as Al works to clear the massive pileup. 3 jackknife semis were stopped on the icy Porsche overpass when a lumber B train ripped right through the first, careened off a second, and pushed the third down the highway.
That's the one that did all the hitting. He must have been motoring.
All that remains is the lumber truck. But it's a highly unstable load, 65 tons, threatening to topple off the edge of the overpass.
Rhubarb. Up beyond all recognition.
Don't make any sudden moves, because that's what'll kill you.
Well, there's definite tipping hazard there. Don't give it a chance to get away from me is the critical thing.
You tow the whole thing out? Do the usual half-inch grabber under the axle?
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Yep.
She ain't gonna be pretty, but it wasn't pretty to start with. This truck doesn't look very old for it.
No, it looks fairly new.
I don't think there's a warranty coverage for this type of abuse.
No, probably not.
I don't want to move this thing too much.
Getting down to the wide spot down here past the entrance anyways.
We good?
Yeah, we're good. Give her.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to pull the pin on her, Gordon.
I think so.
The tractor is so mangled that Al needs to separate it from the trailer to haul it away.
Pull it up nice and slow. Okay, a little more. Okay, you're up.
You gotta just pull it ahead a little bit.
Look how far that load moved forward.
Pulling out the tractor shifted the load even more.
Unbelievable. Wood slid ahead on deck 4 feet. It's not a very good load.
Down in the Fraser Canyon, Howie's having his own problems.
Okay, Rod, start pushing.
He's enlisted a loader to help him flip the overturned trailer.
Losing traction. Get it down low.
But the trailer is still sliding.
Back up and then reposition a little bit and drop your bucket down.
Howie moves the loader to lift from the bottom.
It's not an exact science. There you go. Keep it going. Watch out.
Okay, Rod, start pushing that load into the ditch. Get it off the road.
He's gonna shove the load over, and I can work on hooking onto it and getting it out of here. Open the lane up as quickly as possible.
But when he goes to hook up,
see what we can do.
He finds it's going to be a lot more complicated.
That front axle's busted right off of it. That's fantastic.
You lined up there pretty good.
In BC, it's a bad night for truckers trying to reach the West Coast.
The tractor just gone, so.
Accidents have shut down 2 of the main arteries. On Highway 1,
front axle's busted right off of it.
Howie's plan to tow the pipe truck from its front axle has gone sideways.
Well, there's no front tires on it, right? Holy yeah.
The axle broke off in the flip.
Yeah, she's pretty well now.
Yeah. Howie's trying to hook up that tractor. Nothing left on the front end to work with.
Redneck science.
Let's see, what the are we doing here?
I'm just gonna chain lift it off the front. Easiest, quickest way to do it is chain lift. The old-fashioned way.
Come on.
Howie has to risk picking up the tractor by the mangled frame.
It's gonna come forward, but that's okay. Alrighty then.
If it doesn't hold, he'll have to call in a flatbed, and that means a 2-hour delay.
Gonna release the brakes and try and roll it out of here.
Okay.
There you go. Be a slow ride home.
No, I'm gonna not look back.
It's another win for Jamie's one-man band.
Howie handling the heavy-duty stuff while I'm all over the place is a huge weight off my shoulders. Whatever comes in, I know he can handle it. He's a Top Gun.
Getting the out of here.
Highway is reopened. Yeah, it's open.
That's what they want you there for. If you can't get the road open, they'll call the next guy. I don't want that call. I need to be the guy getting that call.
Over on the Coquihalla,
If anybody's on the radio at that accident, get out of the way.
We want to get these guys out of here. They're all pissed off back there.
Guy should have quit yesterday. Not really.
Pull it up nice and slow.
Al Quiring is preparing to haul away the final truck in his multi-wreck recovery.
Yeah, you're out.
But the unsteady load has shifted again.
Look how far that load moved forward.
Moving it could spill 65 tons of lumber right off the overpass.
Unbelievable. Wood slid ahead on deck 4 feet. And it's not a very good load.
Al has to take extra caution hooking up his underlift to the kingpin.
There's a lot of hazards here, and you don't want to walk into something.
Al uses a kingpin adapter to chain lift the trailer, hoping the unstable load doesn't spill.
This is good enough to get it off the road. What's the point to around? Just get it done. It's off the road. I towed it as far as I need to.
Can't believe that load stuck on.
A salvage crew will deal with the lumber in the morning.
And we can peel out of here, head back to camp, go lick our wounds, get ready for work tomorrow.
Everything is open now. Lovely.
At 2:35 a.m., 3 hours after Al and Gord arrived,
That's trucking.
the Coquihalla Highway is back in business.
Nobody can complain about that. Thank you very much.
Have a good night. Be safe.
If me and Al are on a job, the job will get done. There is no such thing as cannot be done. "12 hours later, 800 miles away in northern Alberta,
Keep it off the snowbank.
All right.
Heavy Rescue takes a rare day off to hit the Winter Festival of Speed in Lac La Biche. It's an annual celebration that brings out the whole town.
Who's the best guy here?
With Jamie's skeleton crew watching over BC, he's sticking around to take part in the ice race, along with his newest Alberta recruit.
Then you guys can start racing.
We're new faces to the area, and it's important for us to interact with people, you know, let them know who we are.
It's also a chance to have some fun with Brandon after butting heads early in the season.
Oh, this is tough.
We want to let loose a little, get some fun in on the weekends or whenever we can, right?
I gotta pick Jamie there, 20 bucks to win. Hell no.
Let's do this.
Good to go.
We can release this field.
Right away out of the gate, I'm ahead of him and leading the pack. We drive on the ice with our big tow trucks all the time. But racing on ice is a whole new deal for us.
On frozen Lac La Biche in Alberta.
Jamie Davis, caller 37.
Jamie and his stepson
Brandon, caller 11.
are squaring off in the annual ice race.
Just shaking my head because I know he's just gunning it.
There he goes. You know, it'll probably happen. Brandon will get cocky and put himself behind. Better not. That's what them young guys. All right.
He came around a corner and he was hot on it again, and the guy went sideways in front of him. He T-boned him right in the side.
We have a fender bender, folks.
But Brandon's not giving up.
Jamie gets the edge on Brandon. Final lap. Last chance for glory, folks. Brandon redlining the switchbacks. Closing in on car 37. Oh, car 11 hits the snow.
Oh, no!
I'm stuck in the bank, driver's right.
Yogi Bear's still running the track and Boo Boo's in the bank.
Now, Heavy Rescue has to pull out one of their own.
Oh, no. Jamie Davis to the rescue.
I had a great time going by there and had a big smile on my face. You know, oh, that's too bad, eh? Sorry for your luck, bud.
You finished 8th.
8th.
Unfortunately, that means your dad beat you by a little bit. You finished 5th.
It's good. Congratulations. All in all, the boss won. Thanks for losing.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Looks like there's a real bad accident up there.
Back in BC, just north of the Zopkis brake check.
Yeah, the Coke's closed today. Yeah. That doesn't sound very good. No, it doesn't.
Roads are very icy. One vehicle tagged the side of the barrier and just caused a big chain reaction.
A multi-vehicle pileup has a stranglehold on both southbound lanes.
We went over, and then after we landed, the Dodge behind us went into us. And it was a wild ride. It's a real wild ride.
When everybody's freaking out and going sideways and rolling in front of you, that's it, man.
All the drivers escaped major injuries, but the afternoon rush is at a standstill.
I'll just back up and grab the other one too. And
With the A-team in Alberta, today Jamie's newest driver, Wayne Sahada, answers the call.
Twisted around.
Sometimes I might be slow, but I'm dependable.
Pull that car out of there.
The Honda will be the next.
His only help, one of the other new hires, Don Starr.
Okay.
Then there's 2 1-tons on their sides.
The competition has scooped the big rigs. But Don and Wayne have 5 mangled cars and pickups to recover.
There's a couple vehicles that are rolled over. As soon as we get those cleared, then I think we can get one lane going.
All they've got is an old single-axle wrecker and a flat-deck truck.
Here's the program, okay? What we're gonna do is take these cars, take them to Zop kiosks and unload them, and then we'll just all the Zop kiosks, and then we'll double load down or whatever we gotta do.
Well, we're gonna obviously have to come back for more.
Oh, obvious.
I know Don knows what he's doing, but I don't think he knows what he's doing on all aspects. Boom.
Show me how it's done. I'll be watching.
As night falls, the temperature drops and the road turns to ice. The line of traffic is growing.
Okay, stop. Okay, now down. All right, hold it there. Not all the way down.
What's the matter?
I need a block of wood to get my alarm on.
Just don't worry about it. Just enough to lock it. Doesn't matter whether it's in the
I
person.
know, Don.
Don, he's a legend in his own mind. He's worked here on the hill forever. Wayne's kind of a city tour guy.
Whatever.
I know how to tow.
Even though Wayne and Don don't really get along,
Or lift it back up.
I need these two guys to work together and pull off a stellar job.
Just gonna go on the other side and take the brake off.
Brakes off. Take it down there like this.
In less than an hour, they've got the first two wrecks off the road.
Holy, just go.
It's the wrecks off their wheels that'll be the real test for the new team.
Wayne's at Zop kiosk. Let me go to work.
But Don's not waiting for his partner.
It should be interesting. Stand back.
Started pulling, and sure enough, it wasn't going. What broke?
Cable. It's never easy when it doesn't work.
Don and Wayne are down a winch.
Watch that gear, Wayne. Good.
All I'm gonna do is pull it the wrong way, Don. You gotta pull.
Just pull it.
All right.
Got a lot of traffic backed up, and we want to make sure to get by these roads that are jammed up.
High on the Coquihalla, southbound traffic is stopped dead.
All I'm gonna do is pull it the wrong way, Don. You gotta pull.
Just pull it.
All right. He didn't listen, so I started pulling, and sure enough, it wasn't going.
The truck is just sliding over the ice. Don Star's already snapped one winch line.
We leave the guys in Hope with basically all the older paid-for equipment. It becomes really a struggle for these guys to try to work with the equipment.
The only answer is to improvise.
Want me to trip it? All I gotta do is back up, put my deck down, push the bottom out, and pull the top.
Go for it. Hopefully this works. Oh, oh!
You're gonna have to help me, though. You're gonna have to pull.
Yeah, I know.
Wayne braces his flat deck against the truck.
Okay. Here it comes. Oh, yeah. Hey. Wayne's not so stupid, is he? Let's get the highway open. Excuse me. Let's get the highway open.
It runs.
Okay, here we go. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Taking Dawn to school.
Flip right over. Miracles never cease. Now back. There you go, mama. Damn, if we knew what we were doing, we'd be dangerous.
Come this way. This way.
He does things a little differently than I do, but that's okay. It worked. There's different ways of doing things, and I'm never afraid to learn.
I was really impressed with how they managed to keep everything going. They were working on a wing and a prayer, trying to make this work, to try to stay in business and hope.
I did get the road clear. I opened it.
The road's open. As soon as this guy gets out of here.
As soon as this guy goes?
Wasn't perfect, wasn't pretty, but they made it happen.
Looks like they must have opened that Coke Southbound, eh?
Next time on Highway Thru Hell.
Now put some damn chains on.
The heaviest snowfall
Pretty scary out there.
in the history of the highway
Don't spin!
pushes tower
Stop!
and trucker to a standoff.
I'm gonna teach him a lesson.
A monster wreck hits
Unbelievable.
at the height of the storm, and Brandon faces off
Finally showed up to work.
against the boss.
Are you not coming back?
Be a real manager.
This time on Highway Thru Hell,
Take your brakes off your trailer!
a Coca-Cola cowboy.
Wrong truck to poke.
Why Gord Boyd
Stay off my hill.
never backs down.
There's a totally different side to him.
The mountain's iron grip puts the squeeze on Johnny,
That's bad, bro.
and a rolling wreck
That's crazy.
has Nick at the end of his rope.
Oh, Trap! Hold on. Let it out!
On the Highway Thru Hell, the last line of defense is a heavy rescue team ready to tackle any disaster. Because closure is not an option.
Anybody out there tell me what it looks like going up that Coca-Cola? It was ugly when I came down, and then it got ugly behind me.
A midwinter storm has hit BC's Coca-Cola Highway.
Asher's a giant mess. We got stuff jackknifing all over the place here. Gonna need Highway's help.
In the last 2 hours, 6 inches of heavy, wet snow has stuck to the road.
When you're up that mountain, you're on guard, you're on edge all the time. It's a very rugged, tough environment to be in.
And mandatory chain-up for big rigs has been triggered. Drivers are supposed to chain up before climbing the steepest section of the cope, the Smasher.
I'd be kind of ticked off if I had to put my chains on to go up there.
But some drivers are going barefoot,
AL22 quarter 10.
making big problems for Highway Supervisor Richard Enns.
Yeah, you can send your traffic warrior.
Oftentimes when chain-up is required, the drivers choose to ignore our direction.
Yeah, what's the fine if you don't chain and just spin out?
A lot of people think, oh, we'll throw one set of singles on, that'll work. And they're buying cheap chains.
Drivers who roll the dice often only win one thing: a pricey tow from Gord Boyd.
soon as I lift off, you lift off. Let's get this done.
When a storm hits, Quiring Towing is called in by the Highways Department.
We have been given a responsibility to keep this highway open, and I intend to fulfill that responsibility. I curse that hill as well. And I'm sure a lot of other people curse that hill.
There's a couple of truck jackknives going down the shed.
I just heard about a jackknife semi. We're gonna back down real quick and see if we can do something about it.
Gourds battled the hill for Quiring Towing for 7 winters.
Oh, yeah.
Today, even drivers going down the smasher need help.
You get a couple of guys jackknifed, and most of them are sitting there in the seat shaking, because they've just given themselves a really good scare. We got a mess. Okay, here's what I want you to do. Put your trailer brakes on, put it in gear, turn your wheel hard left. I'm trying to tell the driver what he needs to do in order to get down the hill safely. Okay, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Now remember, keep your wheels rolling. As long as your wheel, okay, brakes off the trailer. One down.
As soon as one driver is on his way, another is in trouble.
Don't try and go down the hill too slow. That's why you got in this position. I feel sorry for this guy. He's terrified. Okay, trailer brakes on again. Okay. I need him to overcome his fear. Come on. And to let the truck roll. Okay, come on. He thinks he's gonna have a runaway, but it's not what's gonna happen. Okay, we'll go to plan B. We have sand handy, we have shovels handy. That'll probably help. Take your brakes off your trailer! Trailer brakes off! Brakes off! Okay, do not touch your brakes going down the hill. Try and hold them out at 20 or 30 kilometers per hour. Giver, just call me the truck whisperer. Big relief to see him going down the hill. Now I can concentrate on the guys coming up the hill. Oh, we got guys spun out all over the place.
With too many truckers not chaining up.
I got 2 B-trains spun out side by side in the top corner, and I'm behind them.
Gord's patience is wearing thin.
This guy here tried one set of chains, and he's stuck beside you. How many sets of chains you got on?
I have 1 set of chains.
1 set of singles?
And it always works. And I would have been fine until this car got spun out beside you.
You know what? Put more chains on.
Thanks a lot.
That is what irritates me. He's blaming everybody else but himself.
"20 minutes up the road, another heavy wrecker heads south on Highway 5. The driver is on his way to a tow yard in Hope.
Jamie said that there's supposed to be a big snowstorm there, so he told me to pack a bag there. I expect to stay a couple days if the roads get really bad out there to give them a hand.
Born and raised on the prairies, Johnny Tipton has worked for Jamie Davis in Alberta for the last 3 winters.
Johnny is a survivor. He should be on a tow truck survival show. He is just a go no matter what.
I like driving truck. I like being by myself. I like the varieties of work that we do.
Coming down, Johnny.
Alongside Colin McLean, Johnny's conquered big wrecks on the flat prairie roads.
Johnny's got a quiet confidence about him, for sure. He knows what he's doing. It's just Johnny.
Good to go.
But with Alberta in the grips of an economic crash, Jamie will give him a shot at heavy rescue on the coast.
Alberta's slow, there's nothing going on there for him, so I think this is our best bet.
I've never driven this road, so I'm not sure what to expect. I've heard stories about this highway. Definitely in unfamiliar territory there. This is a whole new environment for me. The Coca-Cola, you gotta respect it, because it can end your driving career in a heartbeat.
We know that Johnny's a great guy to have on a truck. A little bit new territory for him to try to work here. I hope it works out.
After a long day on the road, Johnny Tipton finally reaches Jamie's yard in Hope.
Johnny, you made her.
Yeah.
Cool. How'd you like your trip down?
Good.
Yeah?
It's pretty cool, driving out the mountains for the first time.
I hope Johnny can fit in around here and be part of the team.
That means getting along with lead driver, Scott Berg.
Scott's a very experienced operator. Sometimes he rubs people the wrong way, and I hope that doesn't happen with him and Johnny.
Oh, it's a sticky mess. It's got some pretty slippery spots. It's not the best.
Up on the Coke, the snow's not letting up.
Every time you come back down this hill, it's like a different world.
Al Quiring has now joined Gord on the battle.
We have a lot of those kind of drivers that just don't think ahead.
Al's on his 5th tow-up of the last hour when he passes a small car in trouble.
We got a stationary vehicle in a 120-kilometer-an-hour zone. Could be an escalating situation where somebody starts a chain reaction.
The driver has a fully loaded trailer on his hitch.
I got a job in Saskatchewan, and we're hauling everything that we own.
Al already has a semi on his hook, but decides to add the extra load to his train.
You can only wonder who would take a front-wheel drive car that's loaded to the hilt, in the back seat full of clothes and who knows what else.
Yeah, next time instead of renting the trailer, rent the van. Get going, you guys.
You know, sometimes it's easier just to take 5 minutes to get that guy out of a dangerous situation.
After climbing to the top of the summit, Al gives the driver a break.
That just saved you a pile of money. Probably like $300. They got a free ride.
I've never been pulled up like that. It's sort of like a train of shame.
It would have made my day if they'd have whipped out a grilled cheese sandwich or a hamburger fresh from Hope. It's another case of happy to see their taillights in the distance. Have a nice day.
Here's what it is, eh? You betcha. I just passed the first MBI up the hill. That snowed up there is pretty slick coming down.
As night falls, the storm is only getting worse.
I've almost been in the ditch twice. Now all this traffic's gonna polish this road up nice like a skate rink.
Highway sanding crews are out in full force.
Loaded Zodkias, loaded.
No, it only takes one truck to mess it up for everybody else. Just one. It's a gong show at times.
8 miles up the hill, Jamie's lead flagger, Robert, has just arrived to the scene of an accident.
Tractor is really deep in there because of the snowbank. When the snow plows go this way, northbound and southbound, it just keeps on packing. It's quite heavy.
The fully loaded semi slid off the road and plowed into 3 feet of snow.
It's on a curve, right? And you get four-wheelers coming, and wham.
The driver is still waiting for help inside his cab.
I was gonna jump the black ice and shot into the ditch. The snowbank, and it stopped me from going across the other side of the road.
Johnny from Jamie Davis, do you copy?
Johnny arrived in Hope less than 24 hours ago. Now he's headed to his first recovery on the Coke.
For Johnny going up the mountain, it's got to be a little bit intimidating.
This is gonna be my first big wreck on the Coke Hollow there, so I'm a little nervous and excited at the same time.
Johnny's out of his element. He's gonna have to be very careful because you can find yourself in trouble in a hurry.
The truck and trailer was in the ditch with a lot of snow there, so it was in there pretty good.
Guys, you just turn around right here? Or you want to go turn around down there and shoot her back this way?
I'm thinking I should hook up that back iron.
Johnny decides the best way to rescue the 70,000-pound rig
Pull backwards. Should work.
is to pull from the same direction it went in.
Well, let's hold traffic, bro.
Okay, I'll be quick.
But the heavy mountain snow could add another 20,000 pounds of resistance.
The snow in BC is very wet, very dense. It's a very different snow from Alberta. For a guy who's never done it before, that's a big challenge.
In reverse.
Even with the driver trying to help, the truck won't budge.
In Alberta, for this job here, it would have been hooked up and packed up and gone in 20 minutes. That's good. Do you have the tow hooks on her?
Johnny will try again, this time from the front.
Gotta dig about my hands.
But the tow hooks are nowhere to be found.
In BC, the resistance from the snowpack would be a lot higher than the resistance in a vehicle in Alberta. Same rigs, same everything, but the snow is going to make a difference in your job. And Johnny doesn't know that.
You think we should shut it down?
Okay. Robert blocks traffic, and Johnny starts to pull.
Anyone know what's happening here?
On BC's Coquihalla Highway,
Now we're blocked here going northbound. They're pulling this truck out.
a semi locked in heavy snow
Snap.
has stumped operator Johnny Tipton.
They snap the pin?
Yeah.
The snow's iron grip has sheared off the toe pin.
This is sucked in there so good.
It's Johnny's first recovery on the Coke.
No, I was hoping it'd be a little more simple than this, but it's a whole new environment for me, that's for sure.
There's always some curveball that comes from somewhere, kicks you in the ass.
Johnny needs a new angle to get the driver back on the road.
Thinking right here, slide it out that way.
That's a pretty deep, lots of snow. So
Yeah, that's
what's holding us
that's
up
what's
right
fighting us right there, so.
It's like the snow is a big hand and it has a hold of that truck.
To help break the suction, Johnny decides to pull from the side. But as he starts to winch,
Look how slippery it is.
the only thing moving is Johnny's 40,000-pound record.
Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on.
The dense snow refuses to let go of the rig.
Sakes, man.
Johnny has run out of room.
He's a fish out of water. You got to adapt to your surroundings. You got to learn fast. You got to learn on your feet. And you got to come up with a new plan.
Oh no, she's snowing.
6 miles south,
And VSA 12, he didn't make it very far. He got to the top corner.
Gord Boyd is back on the mountain.
There's two spun out just outside of the shed there. They're both in the slow lane.
Sometimes the snow comes down so quick and so hard, you just can't keep up with it. Let's go see what this fellow's problem is.
Another driver on one set of tire chains has spun out on the smasher.
He didn't make it very far. Buddy, what are you doing? As soon as I get a second truck stopped beside you, the highway's closed. People who just don't get it. You're in the middle of the highway, you're blocking the highway. God, these guys drive me nuts. Everybody says, well, nobody can get up this hill. And I go, well, let's see. Have you got tow hooks? You got it in? As soon as I take up slack, lift it off and just start grabbing gears. Oh, yeah. You know, if it had chained up properly in the first place, we would never be having that conversation at all. I just got both of us up the hill. What's the difference? Oh, hey, I know what it is. I got chains on all my tires.
But as Gord heads back down the hill for his next customer,
that better not be a truck you got on.
It's already on the hook of another tow truck.
Battle plan is quite simple. Win. Win against the mountain, win against the competition. If you're not going to play to win, there's no point in playing at all. Wrong truck to pull. That's my customer.
Hey, back off, buddy. I got here first.
Unhook it right now.
Out of both of us, I might be the registered gun owner, but Gordy's the one with the short fuse.
You should have waited for me, buddy. There's always a green truck on the hill. Hey, unhook it right now. I don't take from anybody. I refuse to let a bully get the best of me. That's just not going to happen. Stay off my hill.
Tow truck's all jacked around down here.
I am not afraid of anybody. Nobody bullies me.
Anyone know what's happening here? They're tracking the median, they're pulling it out.
Come on, buddy, come on.
High on the mountain, a new face on the coke is fighting a losing battle.
Stuck.
Johnny Tipton hasn't been able to get a stuck semi blocking the highway to budge. And his heavy wrecker is now on the edge of a ditch.
You gotta winch yourself out.
Yeah.
Johnny will have to anchor his wrecker to the 80,000-pound semi and winch his own truck out of trouble.
For Johnny doing his first job in BC, running a brand new truck that's worth $500,000, you've got huge responsibility and a huge weight on your shoulder. You just have to soldier on.
With Johnny's wrecker out of the way and one lane open,
They're letting us through right now.
Robert waves traffic through.
I can't believe it's not coming out.
No, it's stuck bad, bro.
The snow is not wanting to let go. He's got to attack this job with a different way of thinking.
I'll let you talk to him. Hang on.
Jamie's prairie operator needs a lifeline.
Yeah, I can't get this thing to budge. I can't believe it's not coming out.
No, it's stuck bad, bro.
A semi stuck in heavy mountain snow has Jamie's newest mountain operator in trouble.
When you're out of your element and things aren't going right, you got to figure a way through this problem.
I'll let you talk to him. Hang on.
Johnny calls for backup.
Hey. Yeah, I can't get this thing to budge. Snap the tow hook there. It's not budging. Does hurt the pride a little bit to call another operator to come show you how to do it.
I just got a call from Johnny, and he's having a problem getting his truck out of the ditch.
Jamie's lead operator, Scott Berg, is on his way.
I don't really understand how he could be having a problem. That truck he's driving can pull a bloody mountain over.
I'm a little rough to work with, but that's just me. It's how I am, you know. If you want to help, you're gonna have to put up with the abrasiveness.
Johnny, what's going on, bub? You tired?
Sometimes he rubs people the wrong way, and I hope that doesn't happen with him and Johnny here. I hope these guys click and they make this job happen without any sparks flying.
Let's go have a looky-see. Were you skidding backwards and...
Oh, we're digging down.
So you got him out a little bit?
Yeah, I got him out a bit there.
Ole,
You go into the ditch, you got hot tires. The hot tires are gonna melt the snow, and then the snow is gonna refreeze it. And it just grabs a hold of it.
You're biting off a little more than you can chew. Holy.
The guy's plowed himself in really good.
Looking pretty white up top. By midnight, traffic heading up the mountain has finally tapered off, giving Gord Boyd time to think about his clash on the highway tonight.
I learned how to deal with bullies. I learned how to develop thick skin.
Gord's faced a lifetime of battles that began long before he ever drove for Quiring Towing.
People don't realize as a heavy-duty operator that there's a totally different side to them, which is unseen.
I stuttered badly when I was a kid. And it was pathetic. I couldn't string 5 words together in a sentence if my life depended on it. I got beat up a lot until I started fighting back. When you're a kid, the worst thing you can be is different. Because all the other kids are going to pick on you because you're different. It's been the driving force in the last 20 years of my life was to overcome my stuttering. It took me a lot of time to get over it, and still do it to this day. And it's just one of those things I carry with me.
Out on the hill just going up out of the snow shed.
Yeah, I'll get the highways guy down there.
Up the highway, Jamie's most experienced heavy rescue operator has a plan.
We're gonna go into the frame of his truck right on his 5th wheel plate. Really good and strong in there. So if you got another big 5/8 chain.
You have to break everything free.
When we're doing big bad pulls like this, we're doing big bad chains, buddy.
Scott gets Johnny to drag out his biggest chain.
Johnny's experience has been out in Alberta. They have the light, dry, powdery snow. Out here, it's kind of halfway between concrete and crazy glue. You get stuck in it, it's gonna hold on for a while.
But even after 3 failed attempts,
Grab that heavy son of a bitch right there, would ya?
Scott refuses to finish the job.
I can just feel Johnny's frustrations with this because he's never been defeated until the Coquihalla defeated him.
Coaching from the sideline, Scott makes Johnny work the controls.
Just go on your hand controls, don't worry about the remote. Pull!
To free the tractor, Scott chains up to the 5th wheel, the solid connector between rig and trailer.
Come down. Hey, Johnny, kick her loose. Get yourself turned around, Johnny.
And Scott has another tip for Johnny.
Can't do a big long pull here on this, Johnny. I said you gotta do short little jobs, little short plucks.
Run a line down to this chain here again. Okay, give him a little tuggy-wuggy. We're just gonna do another little pull at the back there. I'm gonna get the guy to leave his wheels the way they are for a few minutes. Good enough.
Just move it around a little bit, pull, 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 get everything set up the way you want it.
Put your boom in. Pull, little mambo, pull!
Robert lets 1 lane of traffic pass by.
Pull! Stop! Stop! Pull, little mambo, pull!
On BC's Coquihalla Highway,
Stop!
Johnny needs to hit reset on the last stage of his toughest recovery.
When I was pulling there, it was kind of taking the weight off my front end of the truck. You gotta pay attention to what your truck's doing.
Oh!
It's just experience. It's a learning curve.
Hey, Robert, shut her down. Let's go ahead to the left real hard. Turn your wheels hard to the left. There you go. That's good. You believe in your machine yet?
Yeah.
Young grasshopper, you will learn.
3 hours after Johnny's first mountain recovery began, the job is over.
I'm happy now, we're out, so he's just gonna tow me up. That'll be it for me. Thanks for helping me out, man.
Scott didn't come there and just take over the job. He just showed me what I should do to break it free.
There's always different little ways of doing things. You're just learning something tonight, right?
If I didn't have the respect for Johnny that I do, I would have just kind of pushed him over, and I didn't want to do that to Johnny because Johnny's a great guy.
He was taking a big bite of the pie. He should have just took little ones. And he's learning.
Burton's.
Scotty did the coolest thing. He mentored Johnny along, and I'm really proud of him for doing that.
Okay.
On a rare, slow morning at the Quiring yard, Gord gets a visitor.
Hi. Hi. What's your name?
Caden.
Caden? I'm Gord.
A 9-year-old who shares Gord's passion for tow trucks.
You like trucks, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Like these big ones?
And something else.
He's going through the same thing I went through, and I really feel for the kid.
I was just wondering what that looks like.
There's all my recovery chains and the blocks.
We had a house fire, and then he didn't speak for quite a few years. And when he started to learn to speak, we noticed a speech stutter.
I kind of just stutter when I'm excited about stuff or something like that.
It's a story that hits close to home for Gord.
In 1967, I was 7 years old. Standing on a street corner, waited till traffic stopped, took 2 steps and got hit by a motorcycle. And immediately after started to stutter. Back in the 60s, no one knew what PTSD was. That term didn't even exist. No one saw the connection between childhood trauma and stuttering. You want to see the inside of the truck?
Sure.
Hop in, I'll jump in the other side. You hop in there. This is my office.
This is so cool.
It is cool, isn't it? This thing is built to pull. This thing is built to pull anything. Is there people giving you a hard time at school for your stuttering?
Yeah.
There's gonna be a couple. And you know what? There's always gonna be a couple guys. I used to stutter really, really bad. Like seriously, and it bothered me.
It just really bugs me when people bug me about it.
You're not alone, believe me. You're not even close to being alone. I wish I'd have had someone like me when I was his age to talk to me, because I didn't have that. Everybody thought I was broken.
Probably the coolest truck I ever seen.
Right on.
So it's really impressive.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it. You know, I really do hope I help the kid a little bit, because I remember what it was like when I was a kid and going through that, and kids are cruel. You have yourself a good day, Caden. I'm glad you came by.
Bye.
Bye. That was cool.
50 miles northeast, in the backcountry near Harrison Lake, BC.
We're headed up approximately 13 kilometers up East Harrison.
Mission Towing's Nick DePerrin climbs a dirt road to his next recovery.
We've only seen a few pictures of it, so we can't quite tell how steep the embankment is or exactly how far over the embankment it is.
Along with his pickup, Nick's brought the only tow truck in the fleet that can make it over the tough terrain.
You have to climb up to get into where this vehicle's located.
A 1-ton with 4-wheel drive.
We don't have any heavy-duty 4-wheel drive wreckers, and hopefully we're gonna have enough muscle to pull this thing out.
Wow. Wow.
This thing's a lot further than I thought it was gonna be.
That's crazy.
This is gonna be a gong show.
The SUV was parked on the edge of the dirt road when the ground gave way. Fortunately, no one was on board. Now, with the help of junior operators Trevor and Reese,
This will be fun.
Nick will try to winch the wreck 250 feet up to the road.
First thing we'll do is we'll grab the front driver's corner.
Yep.
Get it onto its wheels, spin it around so the nose is facing up. All right, Reese, you and I are going down.
Hope you ate your Wheaties this morning.
I did not eat my Wheaties this morning.
Trevor is gonna stay at the top and run the truck, and I'll be bringing Reese down the mountain with me to give me a hand rigging this thing up.
To get the pulling power needed for the job, Nick and his crew must double their lines.
Our 3/8 line off the wrecker has a working load limit of 3,500 pounds.
Hey, Trav, as straight as possible, okay?
It increases that by 2 times to utilize the wrecker to its maximum strength.
Where are you at, guys? Right here. Okay, you watching? See it? Oh, there you are.
That one's passenger, this one's driver.
But the SUV is so far down.
Is that as far as that one goes? Hey, Trav. That's it.
They can't run a loop from the wreck to the tow truck.
How much line do you think you got, Trav?
It's got 150 feet of line on the driver's side, and we're about 120 on the passenger side here.
We're not gonna have enough length to reach all the way out to the casualty and bring it up. I thought that was gonna be the end of the day.
That one's passenger, this one's driver.
In the hills above Harrison Lake, BC.
Oh.
Hey, Trav.
Nick's at the end of his rope, trying to haul a crashed SUV 250 feet to the road.
That's it.
We're not gonna have enough length to reach all the way out to the casualty and bring it up. See the other shackle right there?
But Nick has one more idea.
So I'm thinking we actually might have enough if we run that 7/16 line in one length right to it.
Check.
The crew will loop the first winch line through a snatch block, then rig it to the second line, making a longer single line to reach the wreck.
What we're gonna do is marry the hooks. So we'll put that block on this right here. We've reached the distance we need to reach with our line, and we've increased our working load limit. That'll free us up that other line as well if we need to tie it off to a stump.
Marrying the hooks will give the 1-ton the capacity to winch 7,000 pounds.
So we're gonna give it a go and do the best we can with what we've got up here today.
Want me to start running this up the hill?
Yeah,
please.
But there's still a chance the truck's winch won't have enough power.
Hook that onto that hook.
Hey, Trav. Yeah. Can you start taking in your lines? We're hooked up. Okay. We're not totally convinced it'll be a 100% success yet.
There's all kinds of sticks and branches that are sticking up. I don't even know what we're gonna run into trying to bring this thing up the bank.
You got that one hooked up, right?
Yeah, I'm holding it till it's snug.
If we snap one of our lines by overloading it, we're not gonna be able to do this job, and we're gonna have to head back to the shop.
The wreck is on its wheels. Now the mission team must get it up the steep slope.
I'm hoping that we have enough truck to pull it up.
Hopefully we don't run into too many hiccups along the way. Let's see if I can turn the wheel. As long as it doesn't get hung up on anything, we should be okay. Bring your boom in. Line? Yeah.
But just 30 feet from the top, the load is fighting the small tow truck.
Hold on, hold on. Oh, sure. Bring your boom in. Line? Yeah.
On a mountain road near Mission, BC, a wreck on the end of a single line is testing the limits of a 1-ton tow truck.
Hold on, hold on. Oh, sure.
And Nick's team.
Let it out. Huh? Let it out. We're just hung up on a stump that's under there.
There's a stump jammed underneath the one side of it. It's brought this recovery to a complete halt, and our truck is maxed out trying to pull on this thing.
Okay, can you try letting it go down, see if we can go back over that stump? Okay.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to get it with this 1-ton.
No.
Only got a couple hours left of daylight.
We have enough obstacles during the day. At night, this job's gonna become impossible. We don't have a lot of options up here, so I'm just gonna grab a log and try to put some leverage on this thing and see if we can get it to pop over this stump.
Pick it up? Yep. Okay. Work your passenger line first to bring it this way a little bit. Okay. And then just walk it up. Walk it up. Wherever it gets hung up, work that other line to try and guide it up through there. Okay, let it down. So hopefully it pivots a little bit and comes off that stump. Okay. Good? Yep.
The wreck is free of the stump.
On the clear? Yeah.
The biggest obstacle now is gonna be to get it up the steepest grade of the hill.
We're not totally in the clear yet. A little more on the driver's side again. All right. Lead with this side just a little bit. Bring your arm up. Okay, right there, bring your lines in. Okay, work your brake and your throttle at the same time.
Just before dark,
We got it out. Reese, my man. Nice job.
Nick and his crew
Nice job.
Right on.
are finally in the clear.
Mission accomplished.
To get this thing out and load it up and headed to the yard with it is a very good feeling.
This was a difficult job to attack with this particular piece of equipment. All in all, it's a success. We got it done before it got dark. You guys did a hell of a job out here today.
The next morning at Jamie's yard in Hope.
Johnny, Johnny, Johnny. What's going on, buddy?
Well, this is it, man.
Yeah.
Living the dream.
Johnny Tipton is still recovering from his rough night on the coke.
The weather and the environment here is so much different from Alberta, right?
This industry is a tough industry because you're getting different jobs thrown at you all the time.
A couple little learning curves you'll go through, I'm sure. It's not the first one, it won't be the last one.
Johnny fumbles the ball a bit, but that's okay.
Well, I was glad you were around there to help me out and all that.
Scott goes up there, picks it up for him, and you know what? Touchdown. The way that Johnny and Scott are getting along here, I think I want to keep Johnny here in BC. Hey, Johnny.
Hey.
Hey, I need you to put your BC plates on. So we'll take the Alberta one off and bring it back to me. You can't expect your guy to know everything about everything.
I guess Jamie is confident in me. I'm happy that I'm out here working now.
Johnny's got the right attitude, and a good attitude goes a long way. Hey, Johnny.
Everybody that's working here now is kind of upbeat. It just seems to be working really well.
Oh, I'm glad Johnny's here.
I'm supposed to fire Scott, and you're taking over.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Who's gonna help Johnny pull trucks out of the ditch?
Next time on Highway Thru Hell.
Wind her up, give her some throttle.
A battle in a bog.
Like 3 big fat elephants. We're gonna lean into it.
Has Al in deep.
Man against machine.
Whoa!
A crash in the canyon
everybody do a little bit.
puts Jamie to the test.
Try to work together. Hold it.
It's wedged under there. I can't budge it.
And Jordy and Gord tag team
Hang on.
on a tangled wreck.
Hold on.